Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Simon. I'm the CTO and founder of PSB Advanced Technology. We are working on the IoT mission. IoT stands for Internet of Things, and we're building the LoRaWAN infrastructure for sensors. It's important that we build this network infrastructure essentially because having sensor data offers us the ability for preventative data solutions. Now, what does that even mean? So, say for example, we want to track extreme weather conditions or a weather storm or anything. Having sensors in the right locations will give us that information ahead of time. And you can be that right person in the area that can host one of our hotspots and create coverage for that business that may be tracking sensors. That may be tracking storms. There's a lot of nonprofit organizations out there that can utilize this coverage, and that can utilize the help. So by you helping us and hosting one of our hotspots, you can be helping a nonprofit organization gather data and doing the work that maybe that you may not care about, or you're just you're not you have your own thing that you're focused on, but you know that this is important. We all understand climate change. We are all experiencing the changes happening in our world. The weather is changing. The storms are bigger. Okay, the fires are massive. All right, and having information ahead of time can just give us that edge that we need to be better prepared for the next situation. Now, another thing that's important, in construction zones, you want to keep tabs on any type of equipment, or you might want to let people know whenever you're giving a tour, you can have a proximity sensor set up on a belt that vibrates when individuals get to hazardous locations on the sites, or say you want to track a very expensive tool. You can put an asset tracking device on there. See, all of that on a construction zone. What are you going to set up a wireless network at a construction zone and have a private network? So how is that possible? Well, guess what? It is possible with this. You see, you can be, a neighbor or a local business, right? That may be next to a construction zone, and you have one of these hotspots that you're hosting for us, and you're creating that LoRaWAN coverage. So now this construction zones and those project managers and site managers, they can just go and say, hey, we're giving out sensors to everybody, put your sensor belt on, and then we'll just connect it to the network, and boom, they have coverage. And that's it. That's all you got to do. They don't have to worry about setting up their own gateway or their own hotspot and creating wireless network. They don't have to do any of that, because somebody in that area thought bigger than themselves. They thought about someone else. They thought about our world. They thought about helping us in this IoT mission. And because they did the right thing in helping us build this network and hosting one of our devices, someone else can take advantage of that network coverage, of that LoRaWAN coverage for sensors. And another cool thing about it is, with this network that we're building, all of the sensors, the LoRaWAN compatible sensors that were created the last 10 years are all fully compatible with this network. So it's not like, oh, we got to build a network. Oh, then we got to wait for, more hardware to be created, the sensors to be created. Oh, then we got to wait for no, everything is there. This is literally the missing link. This is the last step to the IoT mission. And you can be a part of that mission right now. I mean, it's, we're not going to need to build this network forever, okay? And eventually one day the network will be complete, the infrastructure will be complete, and the opportunity, the incentive opportunity will fade away. Now, I'm focused on areas and I'm focused on people that really can utilize this, extra passive income, per month or quarterly or something like that, however way we figure out the agreement. Okay, there are people, maybe an extra $50 or $100 a month could be, extremely helpful. And if that type of number is helpful to you, or, extra $100 a month could be helpful to you, and then, let me know, and then I'll go through the process of making sure we can get a hotspot out to your location, and you can start building LoRaWAN coverage for us and helping us with this IoT mission. It's another thing that we, so what does it take to host one of these devices? It doesn't really take much. The only thing you need to have is a stable internet connection, and you need to own your location. Unfortunately, with people that are renting, it just brings an extra barrier and obstacles, because when we're placing these devices, we want to make sure that the coverage zone will be reliable for, at least the next year or so, and longer than that. Now, I'm not saying that totally excludes anybody that's renting, but if you're renting a townhome, okay, that's fine. Okay, if you're renting a townhome, we can figure something out. If you're in an apartment building, we may run into some issues with your wireless network, especially if you're somewhere that is sharing a Wi-Fi router with everybody in the apartment complex or apartment building or something like that. But preference goes to those that, own their location. However, rental properties are okay if you are going to be at that location for, at least the next year, 2 years, 3 years, or something like that. Anybody that does decide to work with us, you will have to sign a hosting agreement, which basically states, that this device will be inside your home, and that if I need to make any repairs or adjustments or updates to it, that I have the ability to come and access to the device, and that you agree to the incentive package that we establish, and so forth. I'm not going to go through the entire agreement, but there is a hosting agreement that will need to be signed and go through. Not all applicants will be selected. I am flooded with applicants right now, and so I really need to hone in on certain locations. So if you're in Maryland, that is optimal. That is preference right now. Anybody that's in the Maryland location, we are focused on creating Maryland into one of the first smart states, and we can do that. And I need your help to do so. The next location is New Jersey. New Jersey's almost already there and becoming a smart state. California is not. Certain areas in California is filled up. There's coverage, but not all locations. So it's not the map is not fully covered. New Jersey, Parkway side is covered. Turnpike is getting there. Philly and Pennsylvania is Philly is packed, but Pennsylvania is not fully there. Delaware is slowly growing. So our goal, I need your help, Maryland. I need your help, Jersey. Okay, I need your help. Help me in creating the first smart state. Okay, I don't know if there's any other states. Texas is close. Texas actually may become the first smart state for LoRaWAN coverage. However, maybe we can come second. I don't know. But either way, if we work together and collaborate, deploy these hotspots. And I'm not just talking about myself, all right? I'm talking to even other hosting companies in Maryland as well. You know, let's collaborate. If you're going to be focused on Southern Maryland, I'll focus on Northern Maryland, okay? Let's collaborate. Let's work together. Let's not compete with each other, because the ultimate goal is creating LoRaWAN coverage for sensors, all right? And if you have the hotspots, if you have the ability to deploy multiple hotspots, or you own multiple hotspots and you're looking for locations, let's collaborate. I want to actually set up a table somewhere and do like a conference or maybe like some type of IoT event. I'm actually working on something for my son's school, and also being part of the Knights of Columbus. I was going to introduce this opportunity to those in there as well, and find ways of how we can basically get the word out. And if I can get community members to help me in building this network, I mean, it would really be fantastic. And at the same time, you know, you get to earn a little passive income by hosting one of our devices. And I mean, it's a really great opportunity, just because, number one, you earn some extra cash on the side, and you're helping the world enhance to the next level. Just like, just like in the 90s, when the internet came out, all right? And that changed our world. And when the iPods and the MP3 players came out, you know, when we were walking around with CD Walkmans and tape players and then all of a sudden we went to digital music, that changed the world, all right? Now, I know a lot of people may not like change, and change is kind of scary. You're nervous about the unknown. But I promise you that this change is necessary for our world. And we spend a lot of time gathering data. Now, all of that time could be utilized in actually analyzing the data and coming up with solutions with that data. And we'll have the sensors gather the data for us. Now, this is also will help me in creating some jobs, all right? Because we're gonna need people to help educate others on sensors and how to use them, how to connect them. Even when I get to the point where, I need more people helping me in doing the installs, I can teach you how to do installs yourself, and deploy and start creating new coverage zones in your states or in your counties, in your locations. So this can be a door to a path with multiple directions, but it all comes from the main mission, the IoT mission. And step one is to build the network infrastructure. So like I always say, we're building the IoT network of the future. This is what I mean. I'm very passionate about this. I've been passionate about technology my entire life. Ever since I was little, when I used to make my own Sony PlayStation games. I've always been a tech geek, and I've always been looking for, I've always been able to learn quickly and look forward on the next, on the direction for our world. This is the time. We're in a transitional time period right now with the creation of blockchain. Now, I know a lot of people are nervous about blockchain, but blockchain is just a database, okay? It's literally just an open source database. Let me not even use the word database. Look at it like this. It's a big book that everybody has the ability to read. And when you open up that book, all right, it has all of the interactions or transactions in the book. And you can see all of the transactions. So what's a transaction, right? hey, I send you $5. Okay, that's a transaction. All right, you buy something online on the blockchain. That's a transaction. For Helium and what we do with our blockchain, when we install a new hotspot, all right, that's a transaction. Okay, it's called onboarding. When this hotspot communicates with another hotspot, so it verifies that location. Okay, that's the transaction. All right, so our algorithm, our consensus algorithm, and what does consensus algorithm even mean? Well, that is basically saying, hey, we have come to an agreement, and this is the way we come to an agreement with the information. So we use proof of coverage consensus algorithm, POC, all right? And proof of coverage is quite simple in the fact that it does 3 things that you need to be concerned about with proof of coverage, all right? So step 1, we find a location and we go and we deploy a hotspot, okay? We connect it to the internet and it's working. Now, this hotspot sends out a beacon, okay? A beacon is basically saying it sends out a signal, all right? It goes, hey, what's up? Yerp, yerp, all right? It sends out a signal, okay? And then it's waiting for someone to be like, yo, I hear you. I hear you. All right, yeah, yep, I heard you. Okay. All right, so that's a challenger and challengee, okay? Someone, yerp, and then someone, yo, I heard you, okay? And then on the third one is the witness. Yo, I saw them talking, okay? Yeah, he said, he yelled out, yerp. The other one heard him and said, yeah, and confirmed it. So I witnessed that interaction, all right? So those are 3 ways of how these devices communicate on the network. So someone says, hello, I'm here. The other one says, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And the other one says, I saw those 2 talking, okay? And that's proof of coverage. And that's what helps us to verify that a hotspot is actually located where we install it, because there are always bad actors that come in here and they try to fake information, and they're only worried about themselves, and they're only worried about making money, and they don't care about anything else. They don't care that they screw up everybody else in the community. They don't care about anything else, all right? So there are ways to combat bad actors, and we've established that in the code, and we've established that in the consensus algorithm as well. So, all right, I'm sorry it's a long video, but this is just, another introduction into PSB Advanced Technology, into what we are doing and why it's important that we need to work together and build in this IoT network. All right, guys, I'm Simon. Remember, let's build the IoT network of the future and enhance your future self.